last time on Utopia podcast, the party made it to Mel and head down into the basement, only to be ambushed by two hooded, necrotic-dealing figures. They complete the fight, and that is where we find the party.
Ziba is running around crazy, attacking things. What are the rest of you doing?
Livy walked over to the rest of them, still on the wall.
Comfrey's gonna...
I'm going over to this first one over in the back corner here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if there's anything on it. And I'm going to try and get a better look at it and see if there's anything that I can discern about it.
Yeah. It's very simply a ghostly creature. It's wearing rags. There's not really anything you can discern about it. It's slightly humanoid, but almost as if time and age and you don't know what has transformed it into what it is currently.
Where it came from, does it look like it has been in that corner, or did it arise from there? Like, can I tell where its kind of point of origin was?
There's no holes anywhere. You don't see, just like as you just look around, you don't see anything, but you could give me an Arcana check to see if you know magically.
I would love to do that.
If I have seen Scylla go do this, could I say that Morgus is also doing this and may assist with that Arcana check?
Yeah.
It was a 17 on the die, so it's a 19.
You can roll again and crit farm if you want.
Sure.
Create farm.
I do have.
It's an 18 on the die, so it's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Thank you, Morgus.
You're very welcome.
It didn't come from the corner magically or not. It had to have walked here. Like, there's literally no other explanation.
Is there... Would it be okay? Like, does Livy remember anything, reading anything historical about these guys? Like, is there anything about them from history?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Cool.
How does something like this even get in here?
Wow.
It doesn't really make sense, Scylla.
Livy has information about all ghosts throughout all time. He is transcended.
Livy, you know that these creatures, you've heard of them. You've maybe even seen one or two. They are humanoids that are ghostly creatures, and their bodies have been changed. They have the vague impression of their past lives, but they are essentially like cursed beings. They're changed and mutilated by magic and forms, and they're forced to forever be alive, undying.
Wait, forever?
Yep. Every time they are killed, they respawn in the location of their death. They are humanly death. And by that, I mean the place where they were cursed.
So, these things are going to come back? They're not... basically, they were people that were cursed. And every time they die, they go back to where they originally killed. I think the people who killed them were these god... they had to be the people here.
Would they? Could they just, I don't know, crawl into the basement?
Do you think they had to be let in?
They had to be let in. They're not. You did you say they're not magic? Like they're not, like they weren't magic then?
No, there's another possibility. There's another possibility. If they were cursed here, this is their point of origin. They could have been killed somewhere else and resurrected here. So this could be another problem in here. Or they could have come in here and are now somewhere else. But the possibility is that if they reappear here, that we haven't solved any problem.
I mean, I hit a lot of barrels. I didn't see any dead
where
bodies.
They were killed? Did you say where they were killed or where they were cursed?
They reanimate where they were cursed.
Okay.
Morgus is going to start looking around very closely for signs of ill-gotten arcane activities. Looking behind
I hit a lot of barrels
and at the walls.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I mean,
something like that.
Most of the barrels have been crushed, and as you and Scylla are walking around looking for magics, you struggle to find something until you head over through the room that Ziba originally saw the first creature in when you first entered, and down that hallway that seemingly leads nowhere. And as you put your hand on the wall to the north edge of the map, it feels sturdy, but you watch with your keen eye, Morgus, and it kind of ripples as if this is not a real wall.
I've already touched it, and it's like it feels like a real wall, but it has a strange affect to it.
Yep.
Well, that's not right. I don't like this.
I'm running.
It's just black. It's, as I'm standing in front of it, is it just a void? Is there any texture to it?
It looks like all the other walls. It looks like stone. It looks like everything else. It's just you as a magic user, a knower of magic, as your hand touches it, you see almost like when you drop a stone in water, there's like the tiniest ripple outward as you make contact to the spell itself.
Do I sense that this is an illusion-based spell, or...
You do.
Can I make effort to try to see past the illusion, perhaps?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. That is a 19 plus 6 for a 25.
Hell yeah.
Not only are you able to, your eyes glowing, see past this to see more stairs leading downward, you see the runic items carved into the stone to make this illusion viable, and you can kind of undo them, revealing the staircase for all your whole party.
As he finds that, Morgus is gonna...
Did you find more barrels?
Oh gosh, probably take out from that little pouch just one of those little metal tools that he uses with the orb, and just in just the right spot, scratch away at it, and then put the tool back. Okay. I don't like where this is going. And not to be defeatist, but I'm about tapped because I wasn't very responsible with my resources.
I'm pretty good.
That's great. I'd like to take a bit of a rest if I can.
You're tired.
Here's the thing, though. What if they respawn?
They probably will. Looking at these runic magic symbols that kept this spell in place. Are they of a particular language or not? Do I recognize anything about the markings?
They aren't a language you know.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
They're on the wall, right? Or they're on like a... Scylla's going to take her longsword and just the tip scratch into the... I know. Scratch into the arcane. I already knew. Scratch into the markings and try and disrupt some of the arcane symbols.
Yeah, Morgus has already disabled them, so the illusion is down, but you can destroy them further. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Above table, Morgus is asking to take a short rest so that I can use my arcane recovery feature.
The Godfrey's knowledge of medicine, could these spores be used at all for medicinal purposes, if repurposed? Okay.
I would say, though, Scylla and Livy, with your discerning eye and just like overall caring nature for the party, it doesn't take you long before you notice that, like, Scylla, you walked in those spores. Like, you know what that felt like. And you can see Ziba's skin is a little paler. Her eyes are a little bit red. Godfrey looks perfectly fine.
She kept wearing PPE, I guess.
Masks on.
Just a little something.
Do I? Okay. Two things. From the history check that I did I get, how do I uncreate these weird things? And two, do I know if their attacks are like, like how long does their, I almost said neurotic, necromantic, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry. How long do their attacks, necrotic, how long do their attacks last?
You know that their spore field is up as long as they're living, essentially. They can voluntarily take it down or put it back up, but normally if they're in combat, they're going to be having that up. The damage itself is not long-standing. A good night's sleep or a healer can help get rid of it.
Okay. What about...
And in regards to helping them, unaliving them,
mm-hmm.
What you would know with your nat 20 around that is no one's been able to figure out how to do that. Killing the person who places the curse on them doesn't do it.
Cool. Sucks for them. That sounded really bad. Livy's already jaded. All right. Either we can get a good night's. We can either Ziba,
what?
A good night's rest, or us healing you. You'll feel better after you.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just winded from checking all those barrels out. I'm fine. I think it's just queasy from the state air down here. That's it.
I mean, they were spewing narcotic damage, like from their gaping holes.
Oh, is that what that was? Yeah, that could maybe be why I feel nauseous. It's fine.
I know I'm, and you can just tell me no. I know I'm asking a lot. Do I know if there's a set time for when they can respawn? Push the limit.
Are we going to
the
take
sun.
A bit of a breather or not?
Well, we can't do it down here. But I don't know that we should let on anything if we head back upstairs.
I don't know if we can get back upstairs. Godfrey was talking about a lock.
Well, Livy said he had a spell to open the door.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's useful.
It's called shatter.
I'm sorry, what?
It's called shatter. I can just shatter the
I'll
door.
open it. How would you do it?
I have 3 shatters. You're telling me a goddamn door can withstand 3 shatters?
I'm sure a shatter would do it, but we're in someone's home, maybe.
If they locked us
in a
in.
cellar of demons. I'm not letting Ziba die because some people are.
When you say unlock a door, a spell for unlocking a door, that implies a certain amount of finesse. I don't know if shatter is quite the most
One has running in and hitting it,
arcanum to be working for that purpose.
You know what? If I thought they were going to be a reasonable person, I would have been fine with guarding the door. I don't care about them. They were weird and creepy, and they sent us to a death trap.
So when we argue about this,
finesse.
can we do that for about an hour so I can take a breather or not?
Godfrey has sat down and has begun sketching in his sketchbook.
Yeah, you do that. I'll make sure to keep an eye on all these barrels.
Marcus is gonna sit by Godfrey.
I'm saying I have shatter. Let's just destroy the door.
I don't look fantastic.
Well, here.
But, blood's not coming out of my nose.
Godfrey, pulls out some incense and lights it and holds it up to your nose and tells you to take a deep breath of it and uses a charge of his healer's kit to heal you.
I don't know if this is making me more or less nauseous.
You heal for 13 points.
Maybe that's nauseous, but I don't know about the side. Still hesitant.
Anyone else?
With her back to you, and sort of with her sword in both hands, Scylla goes to Godfrey. Where exactly did you get those credentials? I feel like it's not something we've ever... Your credentials, your medicinal credentials.
I got it from the monastery.
I thought you were in some battle against Nolds. Weren't you in the army or something?
I was, but that's not where I really picked up a lot of my medicinal skills. It was from the Sanctum of Withdrawal.
So you're a monk in the army?
You learn to tear things apart in battle and put them back together at the monastery. Or at least that's my summation.
Oh, Marcus.
Well, I've got evidence of both.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You think about the dream you had, that meditation on the ocean, Scylla.
You guys are weird.
And she puts her right hand on the chest piece of her armor, sort of by her neck, and just sort of rubs uncomfortably.
So do you think my hair helped me in that fight? You think it made me look a little more...
Oh, yeah. And she takes her hand off her armor and she kind of rubs it on Ziba's head in like a playful kind of...
Okay. I really hope you didn't get rest on my hair, but
Hey Ziba,
maybe,
come here.
you know.
Here, sit down.
Yeah. I thought you were
I'm not napping, I'm just resting. And Morgus is, from his pack, he's going to take out a couple little compacts. I've only got a couple colors, but at least we'll match a little bit. Close your eyes. And Morgus...
Oh, okay, good. I thought you were going to let me do it myself.
And Morgus is going to give her, like, a little bit of a... It's like, highlighted on the bottom of the, like by the eyelashes, like a pearly white color. And then above that is like a gold smoky eye to sort of match his. A little more distinct. I'll do your makeup while we're doing this short rest.
Yeah. You all take a...
Scylla, are you also hurt?
No, I'm fine.
You take your short rest.
Marcus? We did successfully short rest?
You successfully short rest. And right around the end of that hour mark, you begin to hear the low, far away voices of chanting coming from down that stairwell.
Hey, come here. No, I'm not here to tell you anything new about dice. You know, they're weirdly collectible, they're totally necessary, they're crucial aspects of gameplay that you just never seem to have enough of. But I do want to tell you about our new partnership that all of you could benefit from. Look, Ogopogo Gaming is a 100% women-owner, queer-owner dice and gaming company out of Philly, and they've offered to give all Utopia viewers 10% off online orders. Just visit ogopogogaming.com. That's OGOPOGO gaming.com and use promo code UTOPIA, that's UTOPIA, at checkout. You'll get 10% off your dice and you'll be supporting us. It's so cool. It's awesome. Now go get some dice and roll them. Oh, hell yeah, it's a 19. Let's go.
What would you all like to do?
Godfrey takes his torch and begins to move down the hallway.
Morgus
The
follows.
shadows cling heavy to his hands as he goes down.
Is everyone following?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. I guess we'll do this. I still think we should use Shatter and leave.
Livy begrudgingly follows. Scylla and Ziba, are you also going down the stairs with Godfrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scylla grips a little bit tighter on her longsword with both hands and holds it at the ready as she follows down
Great.
close.
I'm on edge, looking everywhere.
As you begin to step, the shadows clinging to Godfrey's hand, you all kind of notice that as he holds the torch up to light the way. These stairs are made of dirt. The walls are dirt. You can see the scrapes where a shovel or some kind of digging utensil has dug this out. This was not magically made. This was handmade, and it would have taken a very, very long time. As you walk down about 10 more stairs. And it ends with a flat wall in front of you. There's about a 5-foot space before it turns drastically to the left. And you just see a long hall, kind of cramped and claustrophobic. It's a little damp as this hand-carved cave extends.
Where were they going?
Can I use prestidigitation to make an echo and see how long the echo goes down?
Certainly make a noise, a small noise with prestidigitation close to you all. There's no echo. This is dirt. So it's not like a resonant kind of a place. Every footstep is kind of gobbled up in the crunchy dirt darkness of this carved tunnel in the ground.
Can I ask, does the air smell or feel stale, or can you feel a little bit of flow through the tunnel?
Give me a perception check.
I think
Go ahead. Yeah.
Morgus, he's just going to lift
Not
his
one.
hand a little bit, and the flame of the torch is going to emit a little bit of that nebulous gold dust as it shifts to a white and gold flame, and I'm going to double the area of brightness from that torch for an hour.
Beautiful. It glows brighter, the torch kind of really emanating this new flame. And you can see as far as the light touches down the way is tunnel. So almost 40 feet down from where you are is just still carved tunnel. With your nat 1, Ziba, you don't know. What does this look like? Is Ziba sniffing the air?
I think it's, it's just that sense. Like, you go outside and when it's just really humid and the air feels heavy and it's going to rain. You just smell it. Like, that thing. Like, you just, in the room, it just, like, stale air, it just feels different. Like, I don't know what it is, but, like, the best way to say, like, the density's different. I don't know. It just feels like you can sense the settling. But Zip apparently does not have that sense. And maybe it's partly because she's so freaked out. Like I said, she's got eyes everywhere. She's like zipping around, trying to look at everything at once, even though it's just dirt surrounding her, thinking something's coming out of that dirt wall. Who knows if they can go through walls or not, right? We might be dealing with ghosts here. And she's moving so quickly, trying to look at every direction, that she herself is making her own, like, little breeze, stirring anything up. So it's kind of hard to tell if the breeze was already there or if it wasn't there and now Zip is creating it. But she can't tell a difference. All she thinks is, maybe something else next to me is creating the breeze, and there is something coming through the walls, and it's just freaking her out more, and we're just escalating.
Yeah. Are you all continuing down the tunnel?
Yes. And also it's apparently due to buildup of certain chemicals as well as humidity in the air.
You sense it.
Is the chanting getting louder?
It seems as if it's the same.
It'd be awkward if it wasn't coming from down the hallway.
Go ahead.
Can I tell if we're like if we're in some kind of illusion?
Give me an Arcana check.
Like our
Arcana check.
Because I don't trust any of this. No, thank you.
You don't trust Mystic? She would never lead us wrong.
I love you, Amy.
Oh, that's a nat 20 to a 25.
Amazing. This is not an illusion at all. Not an illusion at all. But as Godfrey leads the way, walking forward, even just 4 or 5 steps from the bottom of the stairs, as you all kind of single file into this tunnel, you see on the ceiling, in the tips of where his torch flame is now illuminating, thanks to Morgus's extended light, the bit of a carved runic shape on the ceiling that you notice as a glyph of warding.
Morgus, do you recognize that rune above us? It's a rune of warning, isn't it?
Let's have a wee look, shall we? Yeah, I'll look at it.
Yeah.
And if I imagine either confirm or conflate. But if I can also glean, if it is a glyph of warning, perhaps what it might be set up to do.
Yeah. You can, as Livy points it out, you can see it and notice it as magic. You know that it is a glyph of warding. But give me your own Arcana check to see if Morgus knows what kind of magic is imbued in this glyph.
Sure. 17.
Yeah. You kind of look at it and you study it, and you have a little moment. You don't fall down. You don't have as big of a remembering as you have experienced in your dreams or with Galdi. There's this moment of vivid flipping through books in a large library with flames. And the spell Conjure Barrage flashes upon your mind as you look at the ward in the book, and then you kind of blink and you look up at the glyph on the ceiling and it matches. And you know that this would conjure some sort of large configuration of weapons that would launch itself down the hallway at everyone on the party.
Yeah. I think in that moment, from seeing the glyph on the page and then Morgus blinking and then seeing it carved, in the ceiling here. Morgus is probably his hand probably shot to that little the little glass orb with the 3 little glowing motes in it, and he's just kind of thumbing that for a second as he's thinking. And I would like to try to disarm this trap.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I feel like what Morgus is going to suggest is one of 2 things. Either, and I'll probably look up at Scylla and just be like, that's a nasty trap. We get past it and we're going to be chock full of weapons, stabby things probably. Either I can shoot a firebolt at it and see what that does, or with that sort of that sword you've got, maybe with a little bit of magic imbued in it, you might be able to reach it and poke at it and deface some of that ward to disarm the danger.
You trust me with that?
A little bit of guidance. We've been working on a few things. Could do it together. I could perhaps tell you where.
All right, but if it gets us killed, don't hold it against me.
The rest of us get out of this hallway in case it goes wrong.
It's a good enough idea.
There's a trap here, Ziba.
If it gets us killed, we'll be dead, so I don't think I'll hold anything against anyone.
All right, so are Livy, Godfrey, and Ziba going back on the stairwell before the turn where you'd be protected?
What if that stairwell's door's closed too?
Ooh. Wait, I have a question. Why? So, out of care. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to cast magic on the sword to defuse it, to poke at it.
No longer works.
Actually, Morgus has a sudden little flash. His spine stands up a little bit straighter, and he kind of looks at Godfrey. You've got that silver short sword, don't you?
I do.
That might be effective in defacing this without the need to imbue the blade with magic. It's possible. Do you have magic arrows or a way to imbue your weapon with magic? I don't know if that's what's needed. It's just, to my logic, more likely to succeed if we interface magic with magic. That glyph was set with magic to have some level of permanence to it, so it might take something more than the mundane to unseat it.
If you believe it'll help, here, and Godfrey will unsheath his short sword and hand it over.
Cut it out of the ceiling.
I will then hand it to Scylla and be like, "You're taller than me."
Scylla takes it from Morgus and sort of extends it out and sort of flexes it a little bit. It's clearly not a sword she's ever handled before. She does it with a bit of care before bringing it back into her and presenting it to Morgus.
You're taller than me, and I'm also not good at pointy things. I'm good with magic and whatnot.
No. Is it done? It's good to if I just reach, you just want me to tap it?
And then I'm gonna look back up at it and think about exactly where and how to deface it, because we have defaced magic circles before, so that's kind of where Morgus is coming from.
Cut it out
with
and
this.
throw it down the hall.
I want to, from my memory of that spell and having defaced magic circles and things before like this, that I want to see if I can find just the right little glyph or point on it to be scratch.
Yeah.
Ooh, done.
Scylla starts extending herself up and towards the glyph and is sort of hovering, waiting for direction and guidance, but sort of lifting herself
absolutely.
up towards it.
I wish I had guidance for you so bad.
Godfrey, Ziva, and Livy are hiding in the stairwell as Scylla extends her hand to the ceiling. Give me a straight dexterity check, since this is the full extension of your arm with the sword to listen to Morgus and scratch through this.
I think I can do that. Okay. 14.
You.
Who made the
That's better.
effort
You know what?
to dig out
That's a 4 and a 1,
hand
so it's better than a 1.
or to that tall. Like, why didn't they just give up there?
Scylla, you're able to slowly drag the short sword through the rune, and Morgus, you watch as the magic just kind of evaporates, and some of the dirt that has been just kind of stuck on the ceiling begins to fall down on top of you and Scylla's head.
If I will totally, however you roll this, suddenly pop up on my tiptoes in my night boots and do like a little pom-pom kick to try and give myself a little bit of extra air.
You already got it, but you could do that for flavor. It looks so cute when Scylla does this little pom-pom kick with the sword. Yeah. Yeah, you have successfully defaced this glyph of warding.
Morgus is gonna look up at Scylla and just like put a finger next to his nose and wink for a second, be like, "Oh, Scylla, no, I'm so sorry. What have I done? Oh no.
What have you done? What do you mean, what have you
Are
done?
you gonna be okay?"
Yeah. And she sort of pats her shoulders, gets down back at like her level off her tiptoes. And
The
I'm
rest
so
of
sorry.
you
Your
hear
life will never be the
this
same.
as you hide
My
around
choices.
the corner.
Oh no.
Godfrey's skull mask just peeks around the corner, eyes stare.
Creepy.
Morgus just gives you a thumbs up. You're like, "It's done."
All right.
we got it. It's fine.
Was that like an emotion? Okay. Oh, I get it. It was a funny joke.
Yeah. I get sort of one of those weeks.
Okay, I'll cross it off the calendar. There you go.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
No problem. I'm here for you, man.
It just clicks for Scylla what the wink and the nose touch was about. And as we start to walk off, she puts a hand on Morgus's like front of your shoulder, if you'll allow, and stop you and be like, "Oh, I get it."
It'll take time. We'll get
No,
practice.
I'm with you.
There's an unspoken. Yeah.
We'll get him next time.
Yeah.
Could I get my short
Oh
sword back?
God, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
And very carefully hands it back to you.
Great. You continue on. Give me a marching order, please, as you continue on down this single file space tunnel.
Scylla will go first, and I will redraw my longsword and grip it with both hands again.
Godfrey will be behind.
Smack dab in the middle.
Right behind
Perfect,
Scylla.
because I wasn't sure how Scylla was going to see without that torch. Ziva's in the middle. All right. Livy and Morgus, who's last and who's second to last?
I will go second to last.
I guess I'll go last.
All right. This tunnel continues for about 5 minutes. And the chanting doesn't get louder. It stays the same sound.
Are they waiting to ambush us?
Do I recognize any of the chants? What are they saying?
Give me... I actually don't know what language is normally rolled in D&D. Is it intelligence? Yeah.
I think it would be an intelligence related something or an intelligence check. Generally speaking, I just check, like, what languages do we know? If you have one in mind, you could check that.
What languages does Livy know?
I know he knows Draconic. He knows. Okay, there we go. I was on the wrong page. Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish.
All right. Yeah, I mean, the chanting is in Elvish, so anyone who knows Elvish has been able to understand what they're saying. As you kind of listen in, it sounds like nonsense. But the words themselves, a few of them stick out. And it's sort of like a song. It's like snakes and ruin changing form. Hate purveyor. Lust reborn.
Oh. I really hope this isn't about that weird snake lady in our dreams. Really hate that.
Do I still have that crown on me?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. The backpack's not doing anything weird, right?
Nope.
Alright, then, we're fine.
Would anyone like to... Go ahead.
Oh, he was just saying it could just be an accessory. I mean, like, we don't know if it has magical powers or not.
Scylla, Godfrey, are you doing any sort of checks or observations as you lead the party through this tunnel?
Scylla is going to, I know I just said I have my longsword in both hands, but I'm going to swap for a second. And as we push forward a bit, if we get another like 20 feet or so, I'm going to brush my hand down the dirt wall, and sort of scrape it with the nails of my armor, and cast Divine Sense.
Yeah. You get that same noxious smell in your nose. It's not as strong as it was upstairs. It's not like stomach churning, but it does remind you of exactly what those creatures smelled like. And it's close.
Well, I don't think we're far off, but it's not making me as sick down here.
It strikes as odd that we're hearing this chanting from this room that doesn't echo, and it's not getting closer.
And how long is this tunnel? Like, what are we under now? I feel like this is not their property anymore.
Can Morgus do a quick little... Oh gosh, like a mental math or mental calculation of the position of the house, the orientation of the house, and what direction I think we're headed toward underground, if that's a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. You were in the house at the west side of the house when you went down into the basement. The door to go further down the passageway that you unveiled was to the south of the house. And as you went down those stairs, you took a direct left. So you're now continuing west.
Yeah. So based on like...
Yeah, is that right?
That and the location of the house, I think outside of Florencia, do I think that we're headed toward Florencia, like underneath the city or something?
You do.
Okay. I will share that information.
Oh,
We should keep going.
yeah, I don't. I think this is just. I don't know why they would have a room, a trap keeping us out if there wasn't something here. You know?
Morgus
What if we're walking
thinks.
all the way to town? Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Keep going.
If we're walking all the way to town, why do we have to do it in the creepy basement we've been locked into and forced to take this path?
Well, it's a lot hard because it's going to be very difficult to, like, if it's in the city, we won't necessarily know where the end location is.
Does
Like, it's a
anybody else get the feeling we're being pushed down this path, though?
Yeah, a lot. And I don't
Yes.
like it.
I do. And for a second, Morgus thinks back to the last secret underground excursion that he heard of. And with the direction we're headed in Florencia, he's going to do a little bit more mental math to see if we're headed toward the Church of Mysheria. Like, if that makes sense.
You're certainly headed west.
Okay. He'll just kind of... Well, the only way to figure out where he's going to end up is to keep going. Should stay on our guard.
I don't like not having choices.
At this
We
point,
always have a choice.
Godfrey, just behind Scylla, you catch the movement of a shadow up in front of you, just out of the torchlight.
Okay, I go very quickly towards it, withholding the light source.
I follow.
You walk further
I don't wanna be
down,
left
and
behind.
as you look to the left, there's another one of those hooded figures in like this carved out crevice of the wall, just standing there stoic. The hood pulled over those eyes, but the big gaping black mouth just still.
Don't like that.
Typically, I would be terrified of this, but I'm kind of used to staring into empty sockets after looking at Godfrey's mask for a while, so...
Is it a statue or is it one of the
Is
creatures?
it a body?
Give me perception or investigation.
I ain't touching it.
A perception of 14.
You listen. There's the slightest bit of outward effort breath. Like coming from the creature.
Not like that.
What would y'all like to do?
Okay. I mean, if we're going to continue forward, we're just going to have to fight this thing.
Maybe it's sleeping and it won't notice if we're just really quiet.
Lily just kind of like looks at the bud's like, really?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be optimistic. I'm kind of freaked out right now. This is spooky.
No, I feel you. I mean, I have disguise self. Maybe I could pretend to be one of those things and just to walk by it. Do you think it'll buy that?
I don't know. They don't really seem like coworker comrades. I don't think they would just be like, "Oh, hi, how's your kid?" and let you walk on by personally.
Scylla starts touching her neck and then sort of fussing with something around it. and kind of from her armor pulls a very small symbol on a chain, and just sort of holds it for a second and plays with it as we're making a plan.
We're just gonna have to kill it, right?
What's it doing?
Does it seem overtly threatening or like it is waiting for something?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
We're all just huddled around it,
In
whispering.
this setup, yeah, like how far away are we from it, and how close did Godfrey get when he investigated
The
it?
width
or, like,
of the
perceived
tunnel
it?
you all have been walking through is about 6 feet, 7 feet wide. It's small. It's a single file line. And the little carving where it's standing seemed to be like custom carved with these handmade shovels, whomever carved this tunnel. Its toes are like out into the main corridor. Like it's not far. You are very close. You're within like a foot and a half of this creature.
What's past the creature? Can we see?
Just more tunnel. Godfrey's close enough. It's illuminating the rest of the tunnel.
Is there like a stone? It can see us, right? Like we're a foot away.
You're not sure. Its hood is covering its eyes.
Just throw something at it.
What if we throw something past it to see if it'll attack?
Is there a rock on the ground by me?
There's dirt clods.
I got some shiny
small
rocks in my
stones.
bag.
Yeah. I'm going to pick up a dirt wad and just kind of pick it up as Livy says that and get ready to throw
You
it.
don't want my pretty rocks.
Scylla puts her hand over the dirt clod in Morgus's hand gently. You all trust me a little, right?
Just a little, but yes.
Dang.
Get behind me, and if I say run, you run.
They're gonna tell me twice.
And she takes in her other hand that necklace that she's been holding, and she holds it way far out towards the creature, and sort of puts her hand back in that that maternal way when you're crossing a street, or like if a car stops short in front of the rest of the party, and holds the symbol out. And I am going to need you to please make a wisdom saving throw if this thing recognizes that I am in front of it presenting it.
That is a dirty 20. As you reach out with this amulet and the creature knocks back its hood, and you all see the brightest red rubies encrusted into the sockets of these eyes. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Why didn't it work?
Throw the dirt
Those are
clod.
really shiny rocks.
You said Constitution?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay, 18 from Morgus.
Okay.
19.
20.
18.
One.
Oh no.
Got a 2. With that +1.
You all watch as Livy drops to the ground. Livy, you are now at 0 hit points.
That
I
was
throw
not
the
the
dirt clod.
instructions, Livy.
Oh god.
The rest of you are unharmed.
I immediately drop to the ground and put hands on Livy.
We're gonna roll for initiative first, but you can make that
He's
your
never
first action
breathing,
if
but
you'd
now
like.
he's really not breathing, guys. I am concerned.
That is it. Thank you so much, as always, for listening. It's spooky season. It's spooky time.
Intro and outro by Nolan Clock.
Everything else by myself in the cast. Have a great day.